The Biddleman Show.
Hey there, cool cats and kittens. What's going on? I had to say that. Welcome to the Biddleman Show. If you don't know what I'm referencing, I don't know what you were doing with your quarantine time, but you got to get it together and watch The Tiger King. It is the craziest 7 hours of your life. I'm not going to lie, it's insane. Yeah, guys, welcome back. I hope everyone's staying sane or trying to at least. This is weird, being in studio and the airport is dead. So before we get any further, I'm going to introduce a good friend of mine. My buddy Frankie Vega is with me in studio. The only one who had, I guess, not the balls, but the dumb sense to join me and in the airport at the studio. So, Frankie, what's going on, man? Thanks for being
What's up,
here.
Long Island? What's up, Mike Bitts?
Biddleman, there you go.
The Biddleman Show.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the show. Also calling in because everyone is afraid. I have a whole cast and crew calling in periodically throughout the whole show. So, starting first, we got Jill DeVito. Jill, what's going on, baby?
Hi, what's going on?
Hey, how are you? You staying safe, Jill?
I'm staying very safe. I'm well equipped for this quarantine.
Yeah, I bet you are. What have you been up to? What's like the main thing you've been doing to occupy your time, or just to stay sane?
Well, so I'm lucky, and I'm still able to work 2 days a week, so I've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I've just been finding, hobbies. You know what I mean? I try not to give too much time to Netflix. I'm trying to stay in some sort of a routine while I'm home, whether it be, doing at-home yoga or stretching or, crafts. But you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, just to, stay in some sort of a routine and, find little things to occupy my time. But, I feel like it's a nice little break to just, slow down. I feel like the world needed to slow down for a minute, and some time at home with our families is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it is nice, but being cooped up in a in a house with your family for so long can only be nice for so long. For a little bit, Frankie, what have you been? I know you've been doing a lot of new things lately. Unfortunately, but we'll get into the whole business stuff. Both of our businesses are basically shot and all that stuff. We'll talk about that a little later. But what have you been doing other than to occupy your time, other than trying to find new jobs or hobbies or working out? What have you been doing?
Yeah, so it's a really quick, funny story. When we first went into the quarantine, I went to Dick's because I started getting into this whole big gym routine thing.
Yeah.
And Dick's was like the milk, bread, and cheese aisle. It was absolutely crazy the way they took every weight, yoga mat, medicine ball. There was nothing there.
Yeah.
So Amazon... plug. They hooked it up with the Bowflex, the Bowflex weights, the interchangeable ones. So those came in. So I've been doing a lot of working out, a lot of reading. Spent a lot of money at Barnes and Nobles. Another plug.
That's what I'm saying. I was telling people, a lot of people forget that Barnes and Nobles, even real bookstores, even exist still.
They do.
So what are you reading? If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing?
There's a great book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
Okay.
It is something that I've been reading, and it's actually kind of transformed me, and we'll get into some of that a little bit later on as well.
We definitely will, Frankie. But without further ado, we have one of Jill's good friends, her boss, actually. Excuse me, sorry, I got something pulling. Rich Brukner, he works with gold, silver, rare coins, and everything. Rich, with the economy being where it is, and just literally just every day it's plummeting even worse and more and more. How's that affecting your business in general? The gold, you figure gold and silver really don't really lose value, but you figure they'd be going up a little bit right now.
Well, first off, thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate that.
Of course, man.
And as far as my business, it hasn't really slowed down much. There definitely are clients that, people that are heavily invested with, that are investing on margin, that are getting margin calls. People like that are really not very liquid right now to spend money on rare coins or gold and silver. But that being said, whenever there's fear in the stock market, it tends to cause people to pull money out of stocks and bonds and put it more into gold and silver because, basically whenever the stock market goes down, you start to see gold and silver go up. That's just a general rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Usually when gold and silver are the most strong is when the dollar is the lowest. Just for example, even when gold went up $200 last week.
Wow.
It was at $15.10 on March 16th, and today it's at $16.44.
Oh.
So that being said, people that are buying gold bullion are, happy right now for the most
can
part. But that
imagine,
being
yeah.
said, yeah, there's never really a bad time to buy, though. Like, people that are trying to, like, time when they're going to buy, you're always going to lose because you're never going to buy at the exact value. You're never going to sell at the exact peak. So, really, it's just like anything else. Like, investors always say if you need the money in the next 2 to 5 years, don't spend it. And, don't plan on, if you don't sell, you don't lose money. It's just like with the stock market, it's just like anything else. But, gold and silver has its advantages. It's never really gone down as far as, long term. There was only a negative 3% change in the last, I'm trying to pull up, like, research that I had before because like, I want people to know, like, because people are very scared right now.
Of course. It's not a good time. Everyone getting laid off and, trying to find something to do.
People are out of work right now. Like, obviously, people out of work aren't going to be, spending money. But but that being said, that a lot of people that are out of work are selling their gold to people that aren't out of work. So, it's a weird business, man. It seems like nothing really hurts it because there's always people that don't want to buy. But and then there's people that do want to buy and vice versa. There's people that don't want to sell, but then the other people do. So it's just, one hand washes the other, both hands wash the face.
Wow, man, it's such a trying time. And tell people if someone wants to buy gold or anything, how do they reach you or contact you right now?
They could reach me at 888-398-8880. That's the toll-free line. Again, that's 888-398-8880. Or they can, check out my website. It's nationalgoldreserve.com. They could email me at sales@nationalgoldreserve.com. Those are really the main ways you would contact me. If you call right now, the main reason I'm being affected is because, I'm a non-essential business, so I can't be in my office. All my employees are, my sales team is all home right now. So I had to set everybody up to be able to do that, which, I've been spending a lot of money, setting up a home office for myself, running around the neighborhood trying to make sure that my team has all their supplies so they don't lose money.
Yeah.
I don't want my people not being able to make money.
Oh, of course.
Because
it's horrible.
They have to feed their families, they have to pay their bills. So, that being said, I know that if I didn't work for a couple of months, I would be fine, but a lot of people that work for me wouldn't be. So I'm thinking about that, too.
No, it's definitely it's trying times. No one's ever seen anything like this before in any of our life. Anyone alive right now has never seen this before. It's such a... It's really a pandemic, as they say. It's crazy how you could how this all happens in literally a matter of 2 weeks. The whole world gets flipped upside down. Now, talking to the future, obviously you're someone who watches the stock market every day. Do you see us coming out of this? How long do you see us actually recovering from this in general, or do you think what Trump said? He wants everyone back in like 2 weeks, being back out there and like working and going back to business. Do you think it's a good thing for the economy, or we should do that, or should we buckle down even more?
I definitely don't think we should be doing anything. Like, I'm going to say that we're definitely going to recover. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows when it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the worst thing of all.
Yeah,
you're just looking for a little bit of answer, a little bit of clarity, just a little self-assurance, and there is none out there. So people panicking.
I mean, for all we know, it could be next month, it could be a year from now. But that being said, there's always opportunity out there, and when the stock market goes down, I mean, everybody saw in 2007, 2008 the housing market collapse. But it bounced back eventually. It's just not going to happen overnight, and nobody's really going to know exactly when it's going to happen. So I think that I'm very fortunate that I'm able to still make a living. I want to help as many people as I can be able to still make a living. Unfortunately, I don't have an office, but when my office is back, I'll hire a couple more people, hopefully people that maybe lost their jobs as a result of this. I'm doing the best I can to give back, but that being said, man, I think that everything's going to be okay. It's just we don't know exactly when. Things are uncertain, but a lot of the biggest underdog stories happen in times of economic uncertainty.
Oh, 100%, man. That's so true.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think that if everybody just kind of goes into this with a positive outlook, it's not gonna be the end of the world. I mean, a lot of people are hurt right now. People are sick. The hospitals are nuts. You know, I've got a cousin working at Huntington Hospital, and she's texting me updates every day, and it's sad, man. And you know, hopefully, just people will start actually listening and staying home, because I know that it doesn't seem like a lot of people are doing that, and that's probably not going to make this easier. It's going to make us recover later rather than sooner.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, nobody really knows the future. We just got to take it day by day.
Yeah. So before I let you go, one piece of advice for people right now: either trying to just let your money just sit in the market. You know, don't panic. Let it sit there. It will recover. Or would you advise some people to take it out or put it into gold, put it into something more stable, more, you know?
I would say if you have money already in, don't take it out, because that's the only way you're going to lose. If you don't have money in anything yet, I definitely recommend diversifying. I'm not going to tell you to put all of your money into gold and silver just because I'm going to make money off of it. But that being said, like, you know, I believe in it. I buy gold and silver for myself. I'm a firm believer that if I want to be successful, the best way for me to do that is to help as many people as I possibly can become successful themselves.
It's a smart mantra.
So if people want to reach out to me, call me and ask for advice, I'm more than happy to spend the time to talk to them. I don't have a lot else going on right now.
Of course.
So,
yes, exactly.
So, I mean, my toll-free line is forwarding to my cell phone until this is all over and I'm back in my office up and running. So, if anybody calls me and they have questions on what they should do, you know, I'll sit down and talk to them and see what the best-case scenario is. But definitely, diversify, get some gold, get some silver, and you know, no matter when you buy it, you know, I'm a firm believer that over time, you know, gold and silver is really the best hedge against inflation, in my personal opinion. That's why I buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a hedge against inflation than anything else. You know, I also personally have savings. I have an IRA. I have all that type of stuff as well. Mm-hmm. But gold and silver are a part of my portfolio because I believe in them.
Of course, guys. That was Rich Brukner of NationalGoldReserve.com. Give that number out one more time, man.
All right, it's 888-398-8880.
One more time.
888-398-8880.
All right, guys. Rich Brukner. Guys, you heard it from the floor. You know, don't panic. You know, keep your money where it is. And Rich, thank you so much. And we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks to get a checkup and see what's going on. All right.
Thanks for having me, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rich. Take it easy. Wow. Gold, baby. Now you can't go wrong, right?
I've been hearing it for years, man.
You can't go wrong. It's you hold it in your hand. You know, it's something that you have. You know.
They look cool too.
What, gold?
Yeah.
Bricks?
Oh yeah.
Insane, man. Insane. Dennis, you with us?
How you doing, guys?
Big Dennis Grattan here. Dennis, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you feeling, man?
Is that a Corey I hear?
No, it's not a Corey. It's my buddy Frankie.
Oh, hey, Frankie. How you doing, Dennis?
Dennis, good to talk to you.
So what's going on, man? How you been? How you feeling, dude? Before we...
Everything's great.
No, Jill, stay on the line, Jill. Yeah,
okay.
We're having a conversation. It's the show. You're on the show, Jill. You don't hang
Hi,
up.
Dennis Grant.
So
I didn't know if you had too many people on the line.
No, it's a conference call. We can all talk at once. That's how it works. You know, that's what you got to do. You know, new conference calls. But Dennis, talk to me. You know, how's your foot going, and how are you dealing with it? So I know you have diabetes, and how's this been affecting you and everything like that?
Well, I've been staying on protocol, stay at home as much as possible. You know, with the underlying disease and stuff, you're in the category where it's a chance where you could get it a lot easier, and it could affect you a lot more. So I really just would suggest for everybody to stay home as much as possible.
I'll tell you what.
It's a wild, crazy world out there.
I'll tell you what. I see this all the time. I was scrolling through social media 24/7 because we have nothing else to do. And all these people you see, stay home. Literally their next snap or their next Instagram, but they're out walking around the room. What do you mean? What are you doing? Like how you? Oh my God, that pisses me off. Really grinds my gears so much. Like I was about to curse right now, but I did that. But if you tell me to stay home, and then you're out walking or something, just don't tell me to go out walking. Don't say stay home for the world. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Fiddleman, you just see what happened in Florida. So all the spring breakers went on the beach, and they had the one guy, I don't care about Corona, this or that. Well, you know what? You got to make a self-apology. He got home, and like a bunch of the people from their school had gotten it. So so and he had apologized to the whole internet and this and that. So the bottom line is, we got to stay home. We got to stay home as much as possible. And
Yeah.
but Feldman, I got one big question for you.
Shoot,
the world wants to know right now.
Oh, don't say something stupid.
Can you let us know about what's going on with this stimulus check and when are we getting it?
So, from what I've heard, you're gonna get $1,200 per adult. And and then you get $500 if you have kids, if you claim kids on your taxes and all that stuff. So the things what I want to know is, because I don't own a house, I rent. Am I still still getting the check? Because I don't own a house. And and plus you got to make under $99,000. So I'm cool with that. Yeah. That's not a problem for me. That's not a problem. But.
So
that's the thing.
They're going based off of your tax return from, I'm not sure if it's 2019 or 2018, but if you claimed under $75,000, you'll get $1,200 plus an additional $500 per kid. If you're between 77 and 99, you'll get less than $1,200, and then if you're over 99, you get nothing.
All right, Joe.
And there's the stimulus check expert.
When are we getting it?
Yeah, it's Joe's man.
That's what everybody wants to know. Do you know anything about that, like a time frame?
Well, they just passed. They just passed the bill 2 days ago.
I've heard talk about April 6th, but again, I don't know if that's exactly accurate or not. And from what I understand, it's so if you get direct deposits from when you turn in your tax returns, it will just go automatically into your account.
That's cool.
Great, thank you. That's good information.
And they'll start. From what I understand, they're going to start on April 6th, but. Again, I don't know if this is 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it keeps changing. So
it always does, man. It really does. But like I said, even with the check, what do you do? Pay? So it just goes to bills, basically, right? If you're not working, what is it else going to go to? You can't you're not going out to the bars. I've saved so much money in the last 2 weeks because
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I go out to eat every night. I go out to eat, basically. I'm spending $1,000 at least.
The local businesses. Bill, I got another question for you.
What's up, bud?
Now, what they released today was they just released 300 non-violent Rikers. Right?
Yeah.
Now, a majority of them got a cell phone, a cab fare, and hotel room. What is going on with that?
So the thing
one
with
of the
that,
corrections officers is outraged over this, and he said, "This is disgusting." This is a quote from him. "This is a disgrace to all correctional officers, and it's insane and dishonorable."
the thing is with that.
What do you feel about that?
So we shouldn't be letting them go. I understand that, but there's two things. One, they let them go to, like I said, they get in a hotel room. So the hotel's got to be guarded or something like that, right? You would think. I'm not sure. I don't know everything about this.
Released.
So if they're released, they're released for the time being. But once all this is done,
so
they have to go back to jail. I know that.
Fully non-violent Rikers inmates, and people that aren't released are sexual harassment people. And domestic violence, stuff like that, harassment people aren't being released, but it's non-violent.
So if it's non-violent, I'm not that mad. If it's non-violent, honestly, I don't know, man. Frankie? What do you think? What do you feel about this?
I guess it depends what they did.
It really does. If you're in Rikers,
steal a pack of gum?
No, you're in Rikers, so you did something. It's like 3 strikes. It's not like going to Riverhead or Yaphank or something like that. It's something serious, and non-violent offenders, blue collar crimes, all that stuff. All right, I understand that.
I think you do Frankie, you do a year for stealing a pack of Wrigley's.
Yeah, this time of time. But seriously, that's rough. But I understand the whole crowd, and they don't want people on top of each other. Just that alone could spread the disease to millions of other people. They get it there. The corrections officer gets it. Then they just it's like they said. Everyone's seen the pictures with the matches and all that stuff. All the matches burned together. You put take one away, and you'll be fine. That's a social distancing thing.
It could be a disaster in the jails if you never thought of it, because they're all so close to each other. A correction officer had just passed away from it.
Yeah, dude, it's nuts.
Well, so it's kind of a crazy thing, but I guess they got to do what they got to do right now. You got to release the non-violent criminals. So be it. But hopefully down the road they'll evaluate their cases and get them back in.
They're gonna have to go back in. Dennis, hold this. We got to go to a break. Guys, everyone stay on the lines. Guys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes with some crazy stories. We're gonna get away from coronavirus and talk some fun and talk a couple of lifestyle stuff, guys. It's the Biddleman Show. Remember, always forward, never backwards. See you in a little bit.